Whenever you're ready, Vanessa.
Okay, I'm ready. Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and this is the first hearing of the month for the City of Tempe Hearing Officer. My name is Vanessa McDonald. I am the hearing officer for the city. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into reading a preamble to the hearing, and then we can move towards the agenda this afternoon. The City of Tempe Hearing Officer is authorized by Arizona Revised Statutes and the City of Tempe Zoning and Development Code. The hearing officer has the duty to carry out both the provisions and the intent of the Zoning and Development Code and the Tempe City Code. The hearing officer is granted the authority to conduct public hearings to decide upon the abatement of code violations occurring on properties within the City of Tempe. Code violations include, but aren't limited to, deteriorated landscaping, inoperable vehicles, deteriorated structures, storage of junk or refuse, or deteriorated swimming pools. Abatement actions are brought before the hearing officer by the city's Code Compliance Division, typically after numerous attempts at contacting the property owner to obtain voluntary compliance with the code. The hearing officer may issue an order directing the owner, occupant, rental agent, property manager, or other responsible person to abate a code violation, or to authorize the city to abate the condition giving rise to that violation. The cost of the abatement is the responsibility of the owner of the property where the violation occurred and may be collected as an assessment against the property found to be in violation. On today's agenda, we have 3 items. We have a set of minutes from September 1st, 2021, and we have 2 property abatements. Agenda item number 3 from a prior published agenda is now in compliance and therefore has been withdrawn by code compliance staff. Any property owner who is aggrieved by a decision of the hearing officer may file an appeal within 14 calendar days after the hearing officer has made a decision. As such, the deadline for appealing any decision rendered today is 3 p.m. on October 19th, 2021. Abatement appeals are heard by the Board of Adjustment, after which they may also be appealed to the Superior Court. The property owner has 14 days to either file an appeal or bring the property into code compliance. If neither of these things happen by this same date of October 19th, 2021, the property will be abated by the city. Joining me this afternoon, virtually of course, from Community Development are Shelby Meyer and Drew Yoakum. Thank you guys for being here and thank you for your help. As I mentioned before, the first item on our agenda is a set of minutes from September 1st, 2021. I had a chance to review those minutes as they were presented to me in my packet, and I believe they accurately reflect what took place at that hearing. So I'm going to go ahead and approve the minutes from September 1st, 2021. The next item on our agenda is agenda item number 2. This is a request for abatement of public nuisance items at the Vogel property. This property is located at 924 East Broadmoor Drive. The applicant is the City of Tempe, and this is case CE 211-581. I believe we're represented this afternoon by Inspector Andres Lara Reyes. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
Thank you.
My name is Andres Lara Reyes. I am a Code Compliance Inspector with the City of Tempe, Code Compliance Division. I'm here this evening to request an 180-day open abatement for the property located at 924 East Broadmoor Drive, Tempe, Arizona, 85282. This case was initiated on March 11th, 2021 for deteriorated landscape, over high grass and weeds, and deteriorated paint. This case was initiated by a public complaint, and so today I have not had communication with the property owner. On 3/11/2021, there was an inspection conducted, and there was deteriorated landscape over high grass and weeds in the front of the property. Also deteriorated paint along the front of the house. At that time, a letter was mailed out to the owner. On April 28, 2021, this case was assigned to me, Andres Lara Reyes, and I also observed over high grass and weeds in the perimeter of the front yard and deteriorated paint in the front fascia of the home. A second correction notice was mailed at that time. On June 1st, 2021, I did a reinspection. There were no changes. The property remained in violation for over high grass and weeds and deteriorated paint. At that time, a final notice was mailed. On June 16, 2021, inspected the property. There were no changes or improvements made. At this time, a first citation was posted to the front door of the property. Also, the owner failed to appear in court to pay any fines or request a civil hearing. On June 25th, 2021, our office received a 311 complaint for deteriorated landscape, over high grass and weeds, and deteriorated paint in the front of the property. I did another inspection on July 21st, 2021, and I did not observe any improvements or changes to the property. It remained in violation for over high grass and weeds and deteriorated paint. A second citation was mailed and posted to the front door. And also the owner failed to appear in court to pay any fines or request a civil hearing. At this time, I would like to present photos taken today of the existing violations. And this is the front of the home. As you can see, over high grass and weeds, and towards the left there, in the front of the property or the building, you can see the deteriorated paint. This has been in violation since the case was initiated on March 11, 2021.
Thank you. So March to October, that's what, 7 months?
Correct.
Yeah, so this has been in a state of disrepair, as we'd call it, for 7 months with absolutely no contact with the property owner, which is disappointing to say the least. Mr. Yoakum, do we have any member of the public wanting to provide input, or the property owner on the line this afternoon?
No, Madam Hearing Officer. We have not received any communication at this time.
Okay, thank you. Well, Mr. Lara Reyes, I agree with your assessment that this property needs to be abated by the city. As I just mentioned a minute ago, there's been zero cooperation by the property owner. Therefore, there's no reasonable belief that he or she will pay attention to the care of this property. So I'm going to go ahead and grant your 180-day open abatement request contained in CE 211-581. Thank you, Mr. Lara Reyes.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
That brings us to the third item on our agenda this afternoon. This is a request for abatement of public nuisance items at the Brown property. This property is located at 1208 West Malibu Drive. The applicant is the City of Tempe, and this is complaint CE 206334. Represented this afternoon, I believe, by Inspector Ashley Nichols. Ms. Nichols, are you there?
Yes, good evening, Madam Hearing Officer.
Good evening.
My name is Ashley Nichols, and I'm a Code Compliance Inspector for the City of Tempe's Code Compliance Division. And I'm here this evening to request a 180-day open abatement for the property located at 1208 West Malibu Drive in Tempe, Arizona, 85282. The case originated from a public complaint regarding some junk, trash, and debris items. I did conduct an inspection on October 9th of 2020, and I did see the junk, trash, and debris items present, as well as some landscape violations for some overheight grass and weeds and a dead tree in the front yard. So at that time, I issued a first notice to the property owner. I have had communication with him throughout the case. He has made some progress here and there and was granted extensions. On January 22nd of 2021, a lot of the progress had stopped, and I issued him a final notice. And then he did do some more work on the property and was given some more time. And so on 5/26 of 2021, when I went by and saw that progress had once again stopped, I issued him one last final notice. He hasn't made much progress since then, and I have some photos that were taken of the property today that I would like to present.
Thank you, please do.
This is the landscape violations at the property. It's mostly bare dirt. It's just a lot of overheight grass and weeds going on there in the front. The dead tree was removed. That's just a close-up. And then going over towards the carport area, you can see the junk, trash, and debris items. That particular area, it just has a lot of items that are stored over there that need to be removed.
And I see he's attempted to screen some of them, but that even the screening has fallen into a state of disrepair.
Yes.
So it doesn't do its intended job, nor, is it something aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
So is that the extent of the photographs from today?
Yes, yeah, so that's the current state. I believe he did submit some comments for this evening, but that's currently how the property is as of today, which is why I'm seeking the 180-day open abatement for 1208 West Malibu.
Thank you. He did submit a comment. It was provided to me via email. He emailed Mr. Yoakum, who forwarded that email to me. For the sake of the public record, I'm going to go ahead and read that email so that if anyone is watching, if he's watching or a family member, they will know that we did consider the public input that I was given. So bear with me for a moment while I read his statement. It says, "Dear hearing officer, I am writing this email from Banner Desert Medical Center where I am a patient. I had planned to attend the hearing today, October 5th, but I cannot. I am requesting a 30-day continuance so that I can bring my property at 1208 West Malibu Drive into Tempe City Code compliance. There are several reasons for this request. First, I have had many health problems and I have been unable to spend any time out in the heat this summer. I have a history of hospitalizations related to this issue in the past. I have also requested assistance from Tempe Neighbors Helping Neighbors, which I expect to receive. I am certain that I will be able to get up to code within a month. Thank you for the consideration." After he wrote that portion of the email, he came back and wrote a second part saying, "I am acutely aware that my property must meet Tempe City Code. That some violations have not been corrected is not a matter of carelessness, laziness, or defiance. I intend to meet those requirements now that I can handle the weather once I get back home. The point that I'm trying to make is that now the autumn daytime weather is much cooler, along with some outside assistance, I will be cleared to get a lot accomplished regarding property maintenance without serious risk to my health. Once again, I'm asking for your help with these efforts by continuing/extending this case. Thank you again for your consideration. Kenton R. Brown." So I just wanted to let it be known that that was duly noted, his input as the property owner. Mr. Yocum, is there anyone else, a member of the public wanting to speak on agenda item number 3 this afternoon?
We have not received any other communications besides that comment at this time.
Okay, thank you. Well, this case has been a long time coming, and this is also not the first hearing officer case, or the first time that it's been brought before the hearing officer. There has been what I would call intermittent code compliance or attempts at code compliance. And while I agree with the property owner, I don't think the property is in its condition out of carelessness, laziness, or defiance. I think it's just due to a lack of physical ability to maintain his property. But the end result is the same. If it was one of those factors or a physical inability, the fact of the matter is that the property is no longer in code compliance, and it hasn't been for quite some time. I believe Ms. Nichols said that January of this year, progress stopped, and that's when she issued a final notice. So in my view, she's been extraordinarily patient with granting extension after extension after extension. Here we are, October 5th, so that's 10 months of granting extensions with virtual non-compliance. So as I mentioned previously at the beginning of the hearing, from the date of this abatement that I am going to approve this afternoon, the property owner has 2 weeks to either file an appeal or bring the property into code compliance. And if within the next 2 weeks, he's able to bring it into compliance, then the abatement will go away. But I believe that our code inspectors need the tools that they, are given through the code after this due process to bring this property into compliance. So that being said, I am going to approve, Ms. Nichols, the 180-day open abatement request that you have requested for this property contained in application 206334. Thank you for presenting tonight, and good luck to you.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
That concludes our agenda this afternoon. Mr. Yocum, do we have any staff announcements?
Just one, Madam Hearing Officer. The next council meeting will take place October 19th at 5 p.m. And that will actually be still held on Tempe WebEx and Tempe 11, but also in the city council chambers.
So just to clarify, I go to the chambers?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Staff members will be in the council chambers, but the public will still attend via WebEx and on Tempe 11.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your help tonight.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
And we're adjourned.